My name is Matteo Thun, Thun. That's the German word for tuna fish. I'm 69 and I live between Munich and Milano. And in this moment, I'm on a small island in the south of Italy called Capri. South Tyrol is world famous for the mountains called Dolomites. Dolomites are very, very bizarre mountains, and climbing these mountains was always my dream. Famous mountain climbers are my friends, so it's not so much about architecture, built architecture, but it's the relationship to nature. Not really. Bolzano is divided by a river. On one side they speak Italian, on the other side they speak German. So it's a rather schizophrenic town. Young Matteo Thun was trying to become an artist. That's why I attended a school in Salzburg called School of Seeing, invented by Oskar Kokoschka, who was a famous painter, expressionist painter. He didn't like me at all because he was in love with girls. Only good things. He taught us in 45 minutes. You had to do a portrait of a person, very, very fast looking and trying to understand the proportions of the face or the proportions of the body. And then you had no time to look again if everything was right. So you had to really to catch the individuality, the personality, and then paint. So it was always in hurry, and that taught me to look very precisely the face of the person in front of me. Everybody has the same creativity, so I don't think I found myself. The opposite happened, that when I was 20, I understood I'm not going to be an artist. I want to keep my name very short because the right name is very, very difficult to pronounce. So I changed my name when I was 18. Sottsass is probably the one of the few genius in the architecture and creative world of the 20th century. He was both a painter, he was a writer, he was a photographer, he was a product designer, he was an architect. He simply was a holistic man, like in the Renaissance. Memphis is the result of a big frustration. We were working for industries, and the industries, they asked us functionality and great products. So at a certain point, Sottsass said, let's try to do what we want for ourselves. So it was not a job asked by somebody. We invited friends from all over the world, and luckily they all accepted, from Japan to US Germany, and we had big fun, even if it was a tough job, because we started working on Memphis after 9 p.m. and at midnight we discussed the results. It's difficult to Google because normally they came to my apartment and the fridge was always empty after a short while. Never look backwards, never be nostalgic, try to invent your future, try to be optimistic, try to have fun as much as you can. And of course, the functionality should be an emotional functionality and not only functionality in German terms. I think in life, first of all, you should always accept to work on things you are in love. That's the starting point. I understand that both aesthetic durability and functional durability are also starting points. What does it mean? It means, like Sottsass were teaching us, do it, whatever you do it as simple as possible. Yes, that's where I'm now. Unfortunately, you can't see the seaside and the flowers surrounding the house. You can't see the house because it's all bougainville. Bougainville is flowering in this very moment. It's completely red and pink and white. So botanic architecture is what I'm looking for, and that's where I want to live and what I want to build. No, I try to find the soul of the place. That means that every project starts from scratch. My signature is that there is no signature at all, because if I build in the Swiss mountains, it's different from the Italian mountains, it's different. Every city is different, every location is different, every company is different. Sometimes less is less. In the 90s, there was a strong reaction against Memphis, and that was a moment when minimalism came up. And I think minimalism was really less is less. And if less is less, that means you are close to nothing. So no design or zero design is very difficult to explain to a consumer. Is also very difficult to explain to industries. You need a lot of research to become a no designer, and no design has definitely nothing to do with minimalism. I don't like any ism, not in architecture, not in design. I like to start from scratch whenever I like to do a new job. It's not about becoming part of a style or becoming part of a category. I want to remain free. Your brain follows what you eat, and your body follows what you eat. So it's always fantastic to enjoy good food. It's much more than just sitting there for dinner. Any place, because working over the last years for hospitals and for clinics, I had the possibility to travel wherever I wanted. My hobby is painting, and painting means working, and drawing is always my starting point to something new. Everything. I think children are the best teachers you can have. Without children, you don't have constant critics. The first one is Raffaello. Raffaello was both a great designer. He was a great painter, and he was very young and very fresh. He wanted to be better than Michelangelo. I'm still talking to Ettore Sottsass, even if he's not alive. Whenever I have to decide a strategic decision, I try to simulate what would he be doing. Oh yes, of course. I love books and I love paper. I don't like digital reading at all. Currently I'm reading about flowers, old flowers on the island of Capri. I shouldn't tell you the truth, but we are around 100 employees. They all have computers except one, and that's me. I can't afford to work on a computer because it's not fast enough. My sketches are so much faster than any computer help. My gadget is the pencil on the table. Not back, but forward, always to the next achievable result. Yes, I think you should always find out where is your personal limit. In order to find out your limit, it's not only about professional limits, it's also about climbing, it's about skiing, it's about jumping from a rock. That's why I'm so much in love with this island. I designed my own watch. It's of course unbranded, and it has a lot of funny colors, so whenever you feel in the mood, you change from white to red, from green to blue. It depends also on the seasons. So I like cheap, inexpensive metal watches without any brand. My pleasure is gouache. When I paint a new building, I paint something new I have in mind. Of course, a tree house is better than anything else because you are detached from ground and you have the feeling of flying. Both. Also both. On construction site you fight, and that's not always fun, but it's part of our job. Milan. Definitely not professor, was a big mistake in my life, and designer, I don't know what it means. Necessary, finito, fantastico, necessary, interesting, consciousness is substituting the word sustainability, happens, become hotels. Thank you. Maybe in a few hundred years, people will realize that the 21st century is made of wood and concrete is substituted by wood, and wood lasts forever. My clients are not so sure if wood lasts as long as concrete. So I have to prove that in a few centuries.